Sheila Gunn-Reid for Rebel News, and I'm here in Belém, Brazil. Why, you ask? To cover the United Nations Climate Change Conference, to see all of our reports, and to support our journey here to cover the United Nations hypocrisy. Please go to rebelun.com. I'm standing here in front of the Belém International Airport. Now, normally when we go to these conferences of hypocrites like the World Economic Forum, we're able to go to the local private airstrip where we can watch the elites of the world fly into the event. We aren't able to do that here because there is no private airstrip. In fact, in advance of the climate change conference, the Belém International Airport was upgraded to accommodate all those private and charter flights that are flying in and out of this Amazonian city. Now, 55,000 delegates, and then again, more activists and protesters have flown into the city. And I did the math. I ballparked the flights for 55,000 people at about 165,000 tons of CO2. Again, if you care about those sorts of things, I really don't. Now, that's roughly about the same annual emissions as the Cook Islands and other equatorial small countries. But to put it in terms of the Western world, and specifically in the terms of Canada. So it's the equivalent of about 9,000 Canadians' annual emissions. These are people just trying to survive in our extreme climate, in a huge spread out country, heating their homes at -30, driving to work because there's no subway across the prairies, moving food and freight thousands of kilometers. Meanwhile, these climate elites burn the same carbon budget in a week for their selfies in the Amazon. You might be wondering about all the police cars and security staff behind me. This is where the world's elites will park their private jets, drive past, unironically, all the avgas storage tankers, and then come out the fence right there where all the police are there. As I pointed out in a previous video, the climate change delegates are greeted by lectures for fossil fuel executives, but they come out of the heavily air-conditioned airport and are greeted by rows and rows of idling diesel buses, again heavily air-conditioned, just sitting there waiting for the climate scolds to jump in and head off to the heavily air-conditioned conference. It's plus 33 outside where we're working right now. Here in Belém, Brazil, for Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. 55,000 people have flown into Belém, Brazil. That's roughly the carbon emissions of 9,000 Canadians. So they can take their pictures with the fiberglass trees here at the United Nations Climate Change Conference. To support our independent journalism here on the ground, please go to rebelun.com.